More trouble today for newly elected Congressman George Santos. Just moments ago, leading Republicans back home on Long Island in New York demanding the congressman resign.
George Santos' campaign last year was a campaign of deceit, lies, and fabrication. He's disgraced the House of Representatives, and we do not consider him one of our congresspeople. Today, on behalf of the Nassau County Republican Committee, I am calling for his immediate resignation.
Here in Washington, as you can see, Congressman Santos immediately swarmed by reporters asking if he will quit. His answer, quote, "I will not." Also moments ago, the House Speaker, Kevin McCarthy, other top Republican leaders, no answer at all to that question. Should Santos resign? Our reporters are back at the table. Carl, you've been at this a long time up on Capitol Hill. This is a problem. The cynic says Kevin McCarthy didn't deal with it before the Speaker's vote because he needed Santos's vote. He's Speaker now. Will they deal with this? Will he tell him to resign? That's a risk. It's a risk. It would be a competitive district if they had a special election. Democrats would have a chance to narrow the Republican majority even more.
I'd say it would be a very competitive district in a special election if he resigns. The Republicans have said they're going to handle this internally, but I think that's going to be hard to sustain when you have the Republicans back home saying, you got to go. I think their worry back home is they could lose this seat forever if this is allowed to continue. Already the Democrats are taking aim at these Republicans who were elected in New York, going to face a tough time in a presidential year, and he's cannon fodder as far as the Democrats are concerned. In fact, I would say the Democrats want to keep him around, right?
Yeah.
Because it's a great message for them. So
right. He's a poster child. This is today's modern Republican Party. Right. The guy lied about just about everything. Right. There are questions about campaign financing, and yet they want to keep him there, which is why leading McCarthy supporters, maybe not going as far as yet as saying he resigned, saying do not put this man on any committees.
I don't think he should be on any national security committees, but that's for the leadership to decide. I'm not on a steering committee.
He certainly hasn't earned my trust. I mean, when you look at his background, if the kinds of lies that he told don't merit an ethics investigation, it really will make everyone scratch their heads.
Again, Kevin McCarthy is now the Speaker. Again, cynically, maybe he needed that vote or didn't want to risk that vote, so he let this play out this far. Will he lead? Will he make a decision? Will he at least answer the question? Sorry, I'm going to put him on committees. Sorry, I won't call him to resign. At least give us an answer as opposed to walking away.
The committee question is an interesting one, but in terms of what Kevin McCarthy does as it relates to Mr. Santos's standing in Congress, he needed his vote for Speaker. He may need it again in the future. We do have that sort of Damocles kind of hanging over Kevin McCarthy with that motion to vacate mechanism being valid for this Congress where any one person can call for ousting the Speaker. So I think it does seem that what Scalise said yesterday, where they say they're handling the matter internally, they'll try to stay as mum as possible. And I think the fact that there are investigations in New York State, potential federal investigations, a potential House Ethics Committee investigation, we'll see where that goes. I think that does give Kevin McCarthy an outlet to say, well, we're going to defer to these ongoing probes. Obviously, those can last for a very long time. George Santos may not be a member by the time those even start to get going. But that's kind of the way out for McCarthy here.
Yeah, and maybe one of the easiest things would be to limit his membership on committees, particularly national security committees, which people seem to be wanting to keep him at arm's length. They have no reason to trust him. I mean, I think if Kevin McCarthy comes out and asks him to resign, it would be a shock in so many ways. And the other thing is, why would he resign? If you're George Santos, he's got, sort of a dream job. He makes a good bit of money. He essentially won. His lies worked to get him this far. So I think if he comes out, Santos would likely ignore him. So what's the point?
It's hard to get a member out who doesn't want to leave in a short time.
I was going to come back to that. As you mentioned, I just want to read this from the Democratic leader, the minority leader, Hakeem Jeffries. When will House Republicans decide it's time for disgraced Congressman George Santos to go? The Democrats clearly see this as a piñata and a reflection that why are they defending this guy who lied about just about everything. But when you wrote about the new rules the other day smartly, Kevin McCarthy can say this is being handled internally. He can try to say, look, we're doing the right thing by referring him to the Ethics Committee. But have they watered down that process even some?
That's not even set up and running. I mean, and as we all know, these ethics investigations take forever. I mean, it's easily would take the 2 full years. I mean, if he doesn't want to go, There's not much they can do to get him out of there.
They could refuse to seat him.
Well, they could have done that
Yeah.
already, but he's been
Yeah,
sworn in.
Right.
But they needed those votes. I mean, it's a thin majority.
They needed those votes.